ever get this feeling like something's kind of steering you, even when you're trying to make a change?
Oh, absolutely.
Just get this hidden hand,
Yeah.
the self-image, right?
Yeah, self-image, it's super powerful.
And today we're diving deep into this with Harry Singh's work. And this isn't just some fluffy self-help stuff.
No, not at all.
We're going deep on how it works and how we can like actually grab the wheel.
Yeah, because it really is more than just thinking positive thoughts, you know?
Right.
It's those deep down beliefs about ourselves.
Yes. Like Singh tells this story, right, about this salesperson, $1 million salesperson, hitting that target year after year.
Wow.
But here's the thing. Even with surprise money, like an inheritance, their actions would course correct. They'd find ways to spend it almost without realizing it, just to get back to that $1 million level.
Wow, that's wild. It's like an internal autopilot or something.
It's exactly like an autopilot, kicking in.
It is, and it's that feeling you get when you know you should go for that promotion, but something's holding you back. That's self-image.
Totally. Singh calls it this mental picture we've got of our abilities, our worth.
For potential, yeah.
And it affects everything.
Everything, every single thing.
I've totally felt that pull,
Yeah.
you know? Like before a big presentation, bam, self-doubt hits. Even if I'm prepared, it's like my self-image is saying, who are you kidding?
Exactly. And that's why just wanting a different life isn't enough, you know?
Right.
We've got to reprogram that autopilot, change that self-image that's really in control.
So we're kind of on autopilot, living out the story we believe about ourselves, not the one we maybe want to be living.
Exactly. We're not even aware half the time.
And that's why we sabotage ourselves.
I mean, yeah, we act in ways that just confirm what we already believe, even if it means missing out on something better.
It's like he says about that student who's stuck getting C's. Even if they ace a test, they find a way to bring that grade back down.
It's like their self-image is going, nope, this isn't you. Back to normal.
Wow.
It shows just how much our beliefs can shape our reality. But the good news is we can change them. We really can.
So how do we break free? How do we ditch the autopilot and actually take control?
Singh says it starts with a shift, moving from fantasy to fact, and he uses Carl Benz, you know, the car guy, to kind of illustrate this, right? So before Benz built the first car, he had this fantasy, this dream of a horseless carriage.
Right.
But he didn't stop at dreaming. He asked himself, am I able to do this? And am I willing to do this?
Two simple questions,
Yeah.
but I can see how those would be powerful.
Totally. And Singh says when we can answer yes to both of those questions, we take that fantasy and turn it into an actual theory. And that's the first step.
It's like you're giving yourself permission to believe it's possible, even if it sounds crazy. Have you ever felt that shift yourself? That impossible to maybe?
All the time. And once you have that belief, then we can tap into one of the most powerful tools we have. Visualization.
Okay, visualization. We hear about that a lot, but Singh's talking about something deeper than just like vision boards, right?
Way deeper. It's not just about seeing your goal. It's about experiencing it with every sense.
So you need to feel it, smell it, almost like you're really there.
Exactly. You create a total sensory experience. So say your goal is to give an amazing presentation. You don't just picture yourself on stage. You feel that confidence. You hear the audience, maybe even smell the coffee brewing in the room.
Wow, okay, that's a lot more intense than a vision board.
Yeah.
But visualization alone isn't enough, right? What else can we do to kind of reshape things?
Singh suggests some really practical things you can work into your day, like start by writing down a description of your future self. How do they look, sound, act? Really get detailed.
I like that. It's like making a blueprint.
Yeah, exactly. He also talks about dressing the part, which might sound kind of surface level, but the way we dress sends signals to our subconscious.
So if you want to feel confident, start by dressing in a way that makes you feel confident.
Right. And pay attention to that voice in your head, that self-talk. Are you putting yourself down, focusing on what's wrong?
Oh, we've all got that inner critic.
We do. But you can change the script. Swap those negative thoughts for affirmations, positive ones.
Like retraining your inner monologue to be your biggest fan. Speaking of which, what about the people we surround ourselves with? Does that play a role?
Yeah, it really makes you think about that. Like, are we naturally drawn to people who kind of reflect our own self-image? Even the stuff we don't love.
It's so true, and it's easy to miss if you're not paying attention.
So maybe we could be more deliberate about who we're spending time with, surrounding ourselves with people we want to be more like. Exactly. And Singh actually talks about this, surrounding yourself with success. Spend time with people who embody what you admire, you know?
Because their energy, their mindset, it does rub off, right?
It's contagious in a
Yeah.
good way. Their success shows you what's possible, and that changes things.
It's like choosing to be in a room where possible is just like in the air. You can feel it.
Yes. And then on top of that, don't forget to celebrate your own wins, even the little ones.
Oh, I love that. It's like a high five to your subconscious. Hey, look at us go. This new me thing. It's actually working.
Yes, exactly. Every step forward makes that new self-image stronger. But you have to remember, this stuff takes time.
Oh, for sure. It's like building muscle. You don't get a six-pack overnight.
Exactly. Consistency is key. You've got to keep at it.
So to wrap things up here, it's not like we're just stuck with whatever self-image we happen to have. We really can reshape it. And when we do that, who knows what we can achieve?
That's the exciting part. It all comes down to this. When we change our inner world, our beliefs, our outlook, it changes our outer world too.
It's really powerful stuff. I love that.
It is. And if there's one thing I hope you take away from all of this, it's this. If your self-image could talk, what would it say about you right now? And what do you want it to say a year from now?
Ooh, that's a good one to sit with for a while. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into self-image. Until next time, remember, you have the power to create the life you want, and it all starts with how you see yourself.